Hey everyone, so we recently had our 5.7 earthquake magnitude here in Magna, here in Utah, and I'm here with Cody Henson with House Inspect, and we're in front of a house out here in Magna, and just wanted to do kind of a quick tutorial and also answer some questions for people that may have some concern after the recent earthquake and all of the aftershocks that we've been having this week. Some things for you to maybe know and look about in your house to be aware of. And then if you have any questions, you can further reach out to him for further information if you would like him to come and inspect or maybe look at your house. So Cody, we've been looking at this house out here in Magna. And what is your overall thought from this house? I mean, obviously it had issues before. It had an addition that had a shaky foundation. And we walked through the whole entire house. What is your opinion, since this is so close to the epicenter, as far as the overall condition of it?
So as far as this house goes, it's in really good shape. Really surprised that like you were saying, there's definitely some previous issues that were going on, some settling in the way that they built this addition and stuff like that. But the overall condition of this, there's a few things to kind of keep your eye on and look out for, but overall everything does look pretty good.
Okay, and so what are some of the main things for people to be checking on their house after the aftershock or from the earthquake that would be of concern or maybe cause for need to have further inspection?
So some of the main things, the obvious ones, are going to be your number one being large cracks in the foundation that you're seeing. Anything new that you're seeing that's just a large crack that is definitely going to cause concern there, as well as separation, that the dirt isn't compact now to the foundation, that you actually have separation. That could cause your foundation to fail, and we definitely don't want that, your house to fall down because of that. So that would be something you definitely want to be looking for those cracks, the separation of the earth, as well as the sidewalk walkways that are now separate, the elevation changes on it, that because of the earth settling underneath it or just the shaking, that can be something that can be a concern too, as well as any type of separation from where the wall to the ceiling or the roof meets, just that connection there. It can, as it separates, that can show that the whole house is actually shifted and changed there. So that would be something to be looking at, and we'll. Yeah, so just those are kind of the more obvious things. And then some of the more subtle ones are that your doors don't close and don't latch properly now, that they're kind of, the inside the frame, it's kind of tweaked a little bit, so it's a little harder to close it. That's something that's showing that there's some settling that happened inside, as well as the floor slope. You can see that there's something happened inside, that whether it be in the basement or in the upper floors, the floor joists that have sunk or stuff like that. And then any type of just cracks that you're looking for at the connections where the wall and the floor meet. Sometimes that'll drop, especially in the basement. Obviously, with the foundation being covered most of the time with sheetrock, the finished foundation, stuff like that, you're not be able to see it all the time, but you can where you can see it, just keep your eye on it. And if you do have any questions, again, I'm more than willing to talk with you, and send me a couple pictures, and I'll be able to talk with you over the phone. And then if it does merit that we do recommend that we come out and look at it, that we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay, that's great. So I know we kind of talked earlier, since the epicenter was really close to like the Magna and the West Valley, kind of like Rose Park, downtown area, west regions there. If you are thinking about selling your home and you're in the close proximity of where the epicenter happened, Cody is running a special, and so you'll want to reach out to him to get that special discount if you're thinking about selling. And I would highly recommend that you have your home inspected if you are a seller prior to a buyer coming in, because that may be the number one concern that may hold your home up for sale with the recent earthquake that we had. And so if you get your home inspected first, then you can have it certified, and then also certified that it was good with the foundation and everything due to the recent earthquake. Is there anything else that you would like for people to know or add to this?
Yeah, so on one thing that House Inspect that we do is we actually offer pay at closing option. So
nice.
for those sellers, those buyers that are tighter on funds, stuff like that, we do have an option that you can pay at closing, work it in with the closing costs, or as sellers, I know that there's equity in your home. Sometimes that can be a great way to do it too. So that is something that we do in there. We have just a quick kind of a worksheet or just a document that you fill out, and we can work that out and pay at closing.
Okay, that's perfect. That's great. Okay, I did want to point out one thing that we talked about earlier on this house, which there was some cracks in the foundation here. Some of these looked like they were already previously there, but Cody did point out some of those things, and I want you to be aware of them, that these are some of the things that you may want to be looking for or checking when you're looking at the outside foundation cracks on a house, whether you're purchasing or if you are a homeowner and you've been recently examining the outside of your house since the recent earthquake. So I'm going to just kind of point this down here so that you can see these are the cracks that are in the foundation. Let's see. Some of these are just some of the, what is this called?
The plaster.
The plaster,
just the finished plaster. Yeah.
So this is like a normal crack, is what he said. That's
in the common.
It's a common thing that you would see on a house. And then this one over here is also, but it's a little bit thicker or larger. I don't know if you can see that very well. But this is one that would be cause for concern or alarm. And as he mentioned, you didn't see any new of this plaster falling down or dropping down in here into the ground. So that's a good sign, but it's definitely a crack that he said something that you want to be aware of and keeping a close eye on if you have that going on in your house. So hopefully you found this information valuable and answers some of the questions or concerns that you may have had with the recent earthquake.